Personal foul. 69. Offense. He was giving them the business.
Bottom of the seventh, OP once trails 7-1. Now they lead 8-7 until Clarence's Dave Januszewski homers to center to tie it.
Folks, welcome to the inaugural episode. It's not the Commissioner's Conditioner. It's not the Miano Fast Minute. It is the League of Champions show. I'm Maniac Zach, joined by Nick, Kramerica Industries, joined by Vinny. Commissioners, Conditioners, gentlemen, how are we doing? It is week 5. We are rolling into it.
Oh, I'm doing great. Wish you would have called me Nick from Tampa. Kind of like that name. That's kind of my train wreck name, but doing good. Pumped for the Dolphins this week. Hearing there's about to be 65,000 fans at the game. Thinking about going. Not too sure. So we'll see.
Also doing great. Wish you would have called me my kicker Vin or Vin from San Diego, but we'll take it. Love the background, Zach. You look like you're, 13 then and now. Nick Miano and Zach Sheldon, but glad to be here. Commissioners, Conditioners are 2-2, but we'll go into that later. And also, glad to be 2-2, considering all things considered where I'm at. Let's be real here, folks.
All right, guys. Well, am I out of focus here? What's going on?
I mean, kind of like Trainwreck's production in general, kind of always out of focus.
Terrible. Hold on. This is brutal.
I think everyone's got a question. Is Albers going to make an appearance this season for the League of Champions?
And can we somehow spin it where he thinks that we think they're really good? So he's like super into it for like all the wrong reasons.
It's already being spun that way, so you don't have to do anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. But what the league doesn't want to hear me lob softballs about Trainwreck Sports to you two. They want me to put you both on the hot seat. So I'm going to start with our Commissioner, Conditioner, Vinny. Vinny, you've been called Kim Jong-Vin in the chat, but yet you do nothing to go against this organization. The hair still looks exactly the same. Thoughts?
Well, listen, I started accumulating gray hairs about 4.5 years ago. And, since then it was kind of like I really haven't clicked with a barber since this Russian guy I met 2 years ago. And no correlation to Kim Jong-un, but he, and I totally botched his name, but he started cutting it this way. And, I can't help but notice that, I've had more luck with the ladies. My fantasy team is getting a lot better. So I think long story short, I got to keep doing what I'm doing. And Kim Jong-un is here to stay.
All right. Kim Jong-un is here to stay. And Miano, Florida, go.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed to be here. I'm embarrassed. I don't like to admit that I live here, but I do. And it's embarrassing. I'd rather not talk about it.
All right, well said. I don't think I could have said it any better myself. Let's get into the league.
Wait.
Whoa.
I have one quote. Florida is the shithole of America, but America is currently the shithole of the world.
Well, where does
what do you think about
where does Kramerica fit into that, Nick?
Listen, if one more person says that Sticky runs this organization, I'm gonna kill myself.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't want to be the one to put you over the edge. I know I put you in the edge, but I wouldn't want to be the one to put you over it. So I'm not going to do that. We are 4 weeks into the season. We've only got one undefeated team left, and it is the championship team from last year. But let's get into it. Let's go Miano first, and then Vinny. What is your most surprising storyline for this season so far?
For me, Eskimo Brothers, no question. Is Drew suddenly answering text messages? I feel like, I haven't seen him in the group chat, but is he suddenly responsive? I'd like to know I'd like some insight from Neil. They're 4-0 right now. I'm looking at some of their games. They squeezed by on a couple, but won by quite a bit on a couple other ones. So what's going on there? Is this Neil just totally or is this, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'd like to hear what Neil has to say. So that's my surprising team. Vinny, how about you?
You know, I think there's a lot of parity going on right now. I mean, I think the bottom four, when we look at Team Spamalot negotiating yesterday, and the Green Bowl Packers, and let's throw in Classy in there. I don't think there's any surprise that those teams are at the bottom. Let's be honest. I think Eskimo Brothers is starting to kind of come into its own and become more of a dynasty type of team in this league. And you know, I think when we all say dynasty of the League of Champions, we think the Wolfpack. But I'm also glad to see, you know, Brad to get up there in the running as well. You know, he's been doing a lot of work on the waiver wire. I think he's at the lowest amount of budget right now. And he's the one that's blowing me up, you know, constantly, pretty much every day, twice a day for a trade. So, you know, I think overall, I'm glad to see the league is back to where it should be with our teams. I think the biggest storyline is definitely about the COVID management and what's going to happen in these next couple of weeks going forward. So just be prepared for a very fluid league, and we're going to roll with punches and keep this league alive and well.
Oh, this league knows how to exchange fluids for sure. I mean, and I'm not buying Bradley. I'm sorry, Ben. Okay, he might be 3-1, but the only thing he's low on besides his budget is the points for category, second least, only beat by yourself. Are you kidding me, Vin? 401 through 4 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm personally, you know, I'm happy to be at 2-2 because I know my team has struggled in these first 4 weeks. But I want to say, getting on Bradley, you know, I look at like his pickup of James Robinson and DJ Chark, some names that you probably wouldn't have thought about. You got to give it to him. And those are potential sleepers moving forward. And I think with Lamar Jackson on his team, he's got a couple players that can get him there. So we'll see. You know, he does have a lot of depth. Eckler just went out, so he could be in trouble. But overall, I hand it to him where he's at today.
Hey, Vinny, I think this would be a good time to ask you about, you know, do you feel stupid about the trade that you made with, or is that something that you're trying to like evoke maybe a different emotion instead of like stupid, maybe embarrassed or angry? Like, what's the emotion you're going with right now?
I would say right now, I'm, you know, given that the Falcons fucking started Julio Jones last week and they should have gave him another week. I'm not happy about that situation. And, you know, they're 0-4 now. And like, who knows what the hell is going to happen with their season. But what I was looking for was a little bit of a change. I had a lot of depth on my team. I needed to make one, you know, like far-fetched move to try to, you know, catapult me to where I need to go. And that risk, that, you know, that long shot is going to be Julio Jones. So if he can come to fruition, you know, I can do away with Will Fuller and David Johnson with my depth on my team.
Hate to see Vinny upset about mismanagement of a player after he's mismanaged players for the past decade. But the thing that surprises me, honestly, are 3 teams at the bottom at 0-4. I mean, Spamalot, you know, I mean, Classy Side and Green Bowl. I mean, I'm not even angry at these teams. I just say disappointed, honestly. Very disappointed in these 3 teams.
Yeah, they go from Green Bowl Packers. What where did they finish last year?
That'd be a question for the Condish.
You know what? I should pull up the history, but I'll find that out. But I think you're right. I think they were struggling last year as well.
Yeah, no, I actually think they were good last year.
Oh,
you're right. 3rd place. You are right.
Yeah. So that's why I was looking at they're in last right now, and I know Jimmy Lomez is, you know, him and Ryan are probably arguing away on that phone. So they're, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to be a fly on those Skype chats?
Oh, Jesus.
You can't even offer them a trade without getting like scathed. They
play good cop, bad cop. Like Loomis would be like, we wouldn't even do that, you skis. And Stevens will message you on the side and be like, I don't actually think it's that bad of a deal. We're pretty close.
Every conversation somehow transitions into like Ryan banging somebody at some point. It's just like the conversations aren't getting it done anymore. It seems like they're in 12th place. But again, I think they got the best name in the league. I have to say.
Oh, that's
just fucking dynamite.
That's I can't argue that. I can't argue that. And you know what? Honestly, they have some good players. I'm looking at their team right now. They got Delvin Cook, Tyler Boyd, Kenny Galladay. So who knows? They might. This would be a team I put it as a dark horse to make a run in the second half of the season.
That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah. Well, Zach, I want to turn it back on you.
You're trying to hijack my show right now, Vin? You might as well call yourself Vince McMahon because you got no chance, man.
So good.
No chance in hell. Sorry. So now we're going Vin first. Least surprising storyline so far this season. What was predictable? I don't think anyone predicted the Eskimo Bros being up there. I mean, maybe the Wolfpack being in the upper tier. What do you find not surprising so far, Ben?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I wasn't expecting that one. Well, I think least surprising is the bottom four. And when I say bottom four, team spam a lot. And we kind of mentioned this already. Yeah, I don't know.
Not surprising the bottom four coming from the guy in 8th who has the least amount of points.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that. I gotta say, least surprising thing for me, MJ, would definitely be the continuous lackluster performance of negotiating yesterday. Has this organization done anything in this league ever? Can Robinson, Dave, I thought you guys were like best friends. Like, what's going on? I would guess that would have been the best connection in this league.
Ooh.
And it seems if we look at the test of time, it's the worst.
Wow.
I would say they're probably the worst organization in the history of the league.
What do you think about that take, Ben?
I think
What's up?
Are you watching an episode of Schitt's Creek over there?
What the hell's going on? We were doing something.
No, so one of the other least surprising things is the banter of our group thread, which I think as least surprising as our topics get. And I'm looking at our two Shivas, and if you don't know who our two Shivas are, you're obviously not in our group chat. But I think that's what's great about this league is the banter. You can always rely on the Lomez's. You can always rely on the good old Tyler Hamill little jab. And you know what also is a great addition, and this is a big shout out to our new addition is Derek Hoffman. He fits in really well. So as least as least surprising as our banter and the topics have become, any decision that gets made by the commissioner just gets scolded. But that's what makes this league great. So
yeah, I wrote a couple notes down about Derek. I wrote down he's a nice guy. He's a backstabber.
Wow.
I think it said something about him being on my team and claiming that I asked him to leave, and that's not what happened at all. He left me. I didn't leave. That's not what happened. That's all I have to say about that.
Wow, talk about setting the record straight. And that's why we have the League of Champions show brought to you by Joshua James Realty. When you need a place, go to Joshua James Realty. We are rolling on here. Gents, let's take an introspective look here. Okay?
Who the fuck is that?
Wait,
James Realty? Are you kidding me?
Oh, Josh James from Clarence?
He bought up the sponsorships. This is going to be a huge market for him.
Is he from Clarence?
Yeah.
Wait, is he the guy that stole Drew's position?
He stole Drew's spot.
Oh,
I hated that we had to use him for a sponsor.
Oh, wait, no, I like him. No, I like him. He's a nice guy. No, I like that.
Okay. So it's okay. We can leave him as a sponsor.
Is this the same Josh James that had this house party and the infamous night where the cops came and went down in the basement?
I don't think we can.
No, isn't that the older James brother?
See, here's the thing.
No,
I don't know where this video is going, so I don't know what to say and what not to say. But
what's so hard to understand, guys?
He can cut this out, Vinny. He can obviously cut.
Guys, what are you talking about? He sponsored the episode. I'm not throwing people's money away. We are rolling on, but while youth are busy judging others, let's take an introspective look at our own teams. And I'll start off here. LA Golds, you know what? You want to talk about surviving and thriving. I've lost Nick Chubb. I've lost Christian McCaffrey. Am I making excuses? No. Am I putting up victories? Yes. 3-1 so far. And I think the quarterback switch from Carson Wentz to Tom Brady. I mean, it was just, something that the kids on the internet call a GOAT move. That was putting Tom Brady in my QB spot. But let's shift it over. Miano, how are things going over in the industries?
Listen, man, we're excited about what's going on. We just made a trade. We're really excited about what Will Fuller is going to start bringing to the table. We've got Le'Veon Bell coming back. We definitely have too many running backs now, and we have one. They're for sale. But I don't want to make this a sale. That's not what this is. But yeah, that's what this is. Running backs for sale.
And then thoughts on the commissions, conditions?
Yeah. This year is as unprecedented as COVID has been. It's also kind of an unprecedented situation with all the injuries that are going on. So when I look at my team and looking back at even that Julio trade, I had guys on the roster that I was killing myself. I could have started over, people that were started over on the bench. Right. So, and now I'm at a point where now, my team is kind of in the starting lineup. I don't have to worry about, my depth players outscoring them. And so I think that my running backs, while maybe a little bit on the weaker side, are each of them, they're each projected to average over 10 points a week. So I'm very happy about that. And overall, I think a lot of my second half of the year will depend on my Adam Thielen, and if guys like Christian McCaffrey stay injured, because Mike Davis could absolutely kill it. And then if Julio Jones comes to fruition, that will cement my team for sure. So with that said, I look at the LA Golds and I look at the LA Golds starting Frank Gore and James White, and I think I'm okay.
Did I not just cite that I literally lost 2 of the top 5 running backs in fantasy football already? I mean, case closed. Yeah, no, you're up.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than if the Smoke Monsters win this championship, I'm going to be furious because D-Hoff just joined the league and you need to pay your dues and you can't just, come right in and do really good. He's got a great squad. They got Josh Allen. I think they have Kamara. Yeah, they do. James Crowder, who's such a douche. I don't know why he does good. He'll catch 15 receptions for 20 yards somehow. It's ridiculous. And but this squad's looking pretty good, I have to admit. We just picked up a nice little tight end from Green Bay. We're pretty excited about him. So I can't remember his name right now because I'm pretty stoned, but
that's not incriminating at all.
Robert Tonyan. So we're pretty excited about Robert.
Love to hear it. And we are going to move on to the second half of the show here, folks. We have got the lightning round brought to you by Pazda Electric. Residential or commercial electrical projects, hit up Pazda Electric, 716-698-2711.
Yeah.
We are going to go into the lightning round. You have 10 seconds. This is round 1 of the lightning round, okay? Round 1 of the lightning round. There will be 2 questions from Clarence Past, and there will be 2 questions from fantasy football this year. Are we ready, gentlemen?
We're fucking ready.
Ready to go.
Okay. We will start in fantasy football. We will go shootout style with this round. Vinny will go first, and then Miano. Name the top 10 wide receivers currently in all of fantasy football. Every time, and we got 3 rounds.
So we bounce back and forth, right?
Yes. Top 10 wide receivers in fantasy football currently. Miano, I'm watching you scrolling to the screen over there.
Oh, is this
no cheating.
Hands up.
Typical golf Miano trying to cheat already.
Golf Miano.
I kind of missed what this was about. We were so where's this a trivia?
All right, well, hey, listen, Stephon Diggs is leading the league in pass yards, so I'm gonna guess he's definitely in the top 10.
Correct, he's in the top 10. Miano.
I'm gonna guess number 1 is DeAndre Hopkins.
Correct, he's in the top 10. Back to you, Ben.
Let's go Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
No.
Miano,
Seriously?
you're up.
Does that mean he gets a win if he
5,
gets this?
4. There's another round after this, but it's shootout style, so everyone gets 3 shots. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
Need an answer. Need an answer. Need an answer.
Crowder.
All right, so you both missed on that round. We're back at final round 3. Here we go. What do you got, Vin? Top 10 receiver.
Same topic, right?
Same topic for right now. Yes, we haven't switched yet.
I am gonna go Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson should be up there, but he wasn't starting in the first week of the season, so he isn't all the way up there yet, unfortunately. He is.
What do you mean?
He's not in the top 10. He's not in the top 10.
Oh, Jesus. Christ.
Is he said
3, 5,
Crowder.
4.
What about Crowder
Who's Crowder?
from the Jets?
All right, we're in sudden death now, boys. This is for the first point of the lightning round here. We need one more top 10 receiver. Vinny is looking all over his
Jesus
screen.
Christ.
He's looking suspicious. Is he pulling a golf piano?
Oh my God! What a use.
No, I didn't. I checked Tyreek Hill's ranking, and he's 11.
He's 11. Okay, well, there you go.
Which is
and
horrible.
Justin Jefferson is 18.
All right, I gotta go. Jesus Christ.
3.
I'm gonna go
2.
Keenan Allen. I'm gonna go Keenan Allen.
1.
I said Keenan Allen. Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
Yeah, Keenan Allen.
Are you kidding me? Who's leading the league right here?
Miano, who you got?
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. The winner. Ding, ding, ding. He got it. It was an easy pick from Tampa. He is having, rounding out the rest of the top 10, Calvin Ridley, Amari Cooper, DK Metcalf, Adam Thielen, Tyler Lockett, Allen Robertson, Terry McLaurin from Washington is the sleeper there. Miano gets the first point here in the lightning round. I know it's tough without a scoreboard. We're rolling on. We have next in the lightning round, Clarence history. Here we go. Vin, who won Mr. Clarence 2007?
I mean, this is the time that'll go down in history, folks. This is an infamous time period. Temi Tope Alacombe won Mr. Clarence in 2007.
That is correct. That is correct.
Didn't like that kid.
Miano, who made the tackle on the 2007 football team to stop Niagara Falls at the 1-yard line and seal a berth to Ralph Wilson Stadium?
Wow. Wow.
I mean, I want to say Jonathan City.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is also correct. They each get a point that round, folks. Vin leads 2-1.
Dude,
and we are back.
Video of that.
Oh,
There's a video.
I don't think there's a video. I think there's a still smartphone photo of it from like a BlackBerry or something.
Yeah, I want to say I don't know. Drew might be able to tell you, but I think there's a video that's like him coming out of fucking nowhere. It's actually sick. Yeah, go ahead, Vinny.
No, we got it. Vinny doesn't need to do anything. So it's 2-1 Vin in the lightning round. We're rolling on, brought to you by Positive Electric. Next one, we got around top 10 fantasy quarterbacks. Miano, this time you're going first.
Wow.
Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes, correct.
I mean, I'm surprised he didn't go J-Boy. Josh Allen, baby.
Correct. 1-1 aside. 5.
Russell Wilson.
4, correct.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers has got to be in there.
Final answer?
Yes.
Correct. 2-2.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, correct. Miano hits on all 3. If Vin doesn't get one, he loses here.
So if I get it right, do we keep going?
Yes.
All right, Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
No way! Are you
He
kidding?
is currently 11th.
Are you
in the
kidding
season.
me?
The rest of
Oh
the
my
top
God.
10, Dak Prescott, we got Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray, Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, and at 10, who is not currently owned in the League of Champions, Gardner Minshew. So we got that.
Interesting.
Miano answers back. They're tied at 2-2 heading into this final round where we will see who really knows what. This theme, the League of Champions. Miano, what is Ricky Sharameta's Twitter handle?
Oh shit. The Sherm.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Well, I mean,
It is the Sherm 87. You
That- I
gotta
was-
have the 87.
I was just gonna say, I think it is the Sherm, but with a number, and I don't know how the hell I would have remembered that, but
Then
I
to
think
win
Ricky,
the Posse Electric. Oh,
I know that my partner is proud with the answer that I gave.
okay. I think you get partial credit, but we don't give partial
You know
credit.
what?
In the Posse Electric Lightning Round.
I'm proud of the proudness of your answer.
Thank you. I'm very proud.
Steve Loomis, Vincent,
Oh
has
god.
a cabin where multiple members of this league go to all the time.
Oh god. I
Where
don't
is the
even-
cabin located?
Well, I know that Steve Loomis is probably watching the presidential debate right now, but not at his cabin in Allegheny.
Incorrect.
No.
Miano, where's the cabin at? Not a steal, but
Meshoppin.
Mesh shopping. All right, so unfortunately, in the first Posse Electric Lightning Round, it ends in a tie. Europe deals with it in soccer all the time, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles, folks. 2-2 here in the first Posse Electric Lightning Round. We'll be back with more of those throughout the season. But it's time to focus on what's right ahead of us, not in the past, not in the future. Are you guys going to win this week on your fantasy team? And what the hell is going to happen with Bills Titans? Ben, start us off. We need a voice of reason here.
I mean, I'll start with the Bills Titans situation. I think that it's a slippery slope what the league is getting into, unprecedented with COVID, and I think with the reports that the Titans were illegally doing some misconduct, you can't help but think maybe should be some kind of forfeit, but I don't think that's the NFL way. That's not what I would do as the commissioner. I think we're looking at some extensions in possibly a Super Bowl in March. So, Mr. Goodell, if you're listening to me, and then regarding this week, I'm coming off a win, and I'm going against Team Spamalot. I'm in a projection to win scenario, even with Julio Jones out. And I think I'm going to win this week. I think even with my lowest points scored, the commissioners will come out of this 3-2, and with greener pastures on the horizon.
Couldn't agree more, Vin. Not as much with your take on your own team. I think you're going to lose this week, but I mean, a lot of illegal activity from the Titans. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen that level of illegal activity since Neil Stalker was at Skybar. Miano, your thoughts on your team in this upcoming week in the Titans situation?
Well, we're going up against the Smoke Monsters. They're 3-1. They're the second team in the league. So we definitely got our hands full. Those projections are so stupid. I feel like they are never accurate. They were we were supposed to lose by like 30 points until like 5 minutes left in like the Monday night games. And it's really just stupid. I don't understand where they get them. But we're projected to lose again, so I don't really care about that. But we're 2-2, facing the Smoke Monsters at 3-1. Their name's really stupid. It's old. It's time to move on to a different name. It was like kind of funny when the show was happening, but the show's moved on, and you should move on. So it is what it is.
Sounds similar to how you treated Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with Miano's take on the what would be a fun thing is if we every year we vote the worst team name, and they're forced to change it. That'd be a little fun. I'll say this: Green Bay Packers will forever have their name in the League of Champions.
I think
we might have to mandate it.
Not only is that a good idea, I was thinking that we need to make a punishment at the end of the year, something involved where they need to use some sort of litigation with Mr. Zaccanino in some way, some fashion, whether it's just like seeking advice. We're gonna need more of him in this in some sort of way.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should sign Blake to be our league's lawyer. I mean, if we got to put all the entry fees towards it, I mean, let's do it. If we get a couple good TikToks out of it, I say money well spent. I am going to go against negotiating yesterday this week. They're projected to beat me, but according to Miano, projections mean nothing, so that's huge. I am going to win, and I am going to go to 4-1, and that's enough said on that. This has been the first edition of the League of Champions show. Anything to say before we sign off, gentlemen?
I don't know what to say other than like this Buffalo Bills season is like the greatest thing ever, yet it just like feels like the whole thing is crumbling from the sides, and I don't know how to feel about it. It's like this incredible emotion, yet at the same time, you just feel like it's this delicate thing that you will just wake up and look at your phone and it just says like the league is done this year. And like you can't help but think that every time you pick up your phone, you don't know whether a whole team's going to be testing positive. It's a really shitty situation to be in when of all times the Bills are actually incredible.
Am I up for closing thoughts? Is this my cue? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more with the co-commish Miano. It's definitely a strange place to be in, especially as a commissioner and decision maker of the league. But that being said, it's quite the year. And
we're talking about the Bills, not you.
Oh, the Bills.
Stop talking about yourself. The Bills.
Oh, the Bills are going 19-0 this year, guys.
Wow.
Great take, man.
That's exciting.
I heard Rex Ryan talk about the Bills after their 4-0 start like a couple of days ago, saying that this defense will bounce back. Don't be alarmed by this defense. We got the pieces together. We're gonna kind of grow as the new players in this defense kind of evolve with the team. So that was pretty nice to hear.
And before we sign off, two things. One, Team Baby Ralphie has a huge kickball game tomorrow. Do you think we're going to win?
No.
I don't think so either. I think Baby Ralphie is anticlimactic.
That's fair. And what is your team's record going to be at the end of this season?
There's 13 weeks. I'm going to go 7-6. The commissioners squeeze in the playoffs.
8-5. 8-5. We're definitely in the playoffs, and we're going to have a turnaround of this season from this trade from Vinny. I'm really excited about it. I really think that it's something when we look back, he's going to feel really stupid about it, and that's exciting for me.
I think that's exciting for us all. We are all looking forward to that, just like we're all looking forward to the rest of the season. To our co-commissioners, Kramerica Industries, commissioners, conditioners, it's all about one thing in the League of Champions. Just win, baby.